You've been told that quantum physics belongs in labs, that it's abstract math, irrelevant to your daily life, that it's for Nobel laureates in white coats, not for you scrolling on your phone at 2 a.m., wondering why healing feels so hard, why abundance stays just out of reach, why you sense a deeper truth beneath the surface of things, but can't quite grasp it. But what if that's the greatest illusion of all? What if the very force that binds particles across galaxies, the same invisible thread that connects a photon in Andromeda to one in your retina, is also the key to unlocking the dormant power inside you? Not metaphorically, literally. Right now, as you listen, your subconscious is entangled with something far greater than your personal story. It's woven into a unified field of intelligence that responds instantly, not to your wishes, but to your vibrational state. Your focus, your emotion, your intention, they don't just influence reality, they collapse it. And once you understand how this connection works, not as theory, but as lived, felt experience, you stop begging the universe for change and start commanding it from a place of sovereign alignment. This isn't about positive thinking. That's classical logic dressed in spiritual clothing. This is about quantum alignment, the art of tuning your entire biofield to the frequency of what you desire, so that reality has no choice but to reflect it back. For decades, scientists observed a baffling phenomenon. Two particles, once linked through interaction, remain connected across any distance. Separate them by inches or light years, it doesn't matter. Change the spin, polarity, or state of one, and the other responds instantly. Faster than light could travel between them. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, dismissing it as evidence that quantum theory was incomplete. But today, after thousands of peer-reviewed experiments from Alain Aspect's 1982 breakthrough to the 2022 Nobel Prize in Physics, we know it's not spooky. It's fundamental. This is quantum entanglement, the invisible architecture of reality itself. And here's the truth they won't teach you in school, because it shatters the illusion of separation. You are made of these particles. Your body contains approximately 127 atoms, each governed by quantum laws. Your brain fires neurons using quantum tunneling, where electrons vanish from one point and reappear in another without traversing the space between. Even your DNA communicates through quantum coherence, with base pairs exchanging information via entangled electron clouds. You are not separate from this field. You are a localized expression of it, a temporary, not in the infinite fabric of space-time, dreaming it's alone. But your conscious mind, the part that worries about bills, replays awkward conversations, and plans tomorrow's to-do list, only controls about 5% of your mental activity. The other 95%, that's your subconscious, the silent architect of your immune function, your hormonal balance, your relationship patterns, your financial reality. And right now it's entangled with every thought you've ever believed is true, every emotion you've ever suppressed, every limiting program you absorbed before age 7, when your brain operated primarily in theta waves, soaking in the world like a sponge. That's why affirmations often fail, why willpower collapses under stress. You're trying to override a quantum system with classical logic. You're shouting, "I am abundant," while your subconscious is broadcasting, "Money is hard to get," at full volume. The field responds to the dominant signal, not the hopeful whisper. But when you learn to speak the language of entanglement, through focused awareness, coherent emotion, and vibrational alignment, you don't fight your subconscious. You reprogram it at the source, like updating the operating system instead of patching individual apps. So how do you master this? It starts with understanding one radical principle confirmed. By experiment after experiment, observation creates reality. In the famous double-slit experiment, electrons behave like waves when unobserved, existing in multiple states at once, passing through both slits simultaneously, interfering with themselves like ripples on a pond. But the moment a detector is placed to watch which slit they go through, they collapse into a single particle, choosing one path. The act of observation forces potential into form. Now scale that up to human scale. Your attention isn't passive, it's creative. Every time you focus on lack, "I'll never have enough," fear, "What if I fail?" or limitation, "This is just how life is," you collapse infinite quantum possibility into a narrow, painful reality. But when you shift your focus to wholeness, abundance, and peace. Even for a few seconds, you entangle yourself with those frequencies, and your world begins reshaping accordingly. This isn't metaphor, it's measurable, repeatable science. Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments showed that water exposed to words, like love or gratitude, forms intricate, symmetrical ice crystals, while water exposed to hate or fear forms chaotic, fragmented shapes. Since your body is 60% structured water, your cells are literally crystallizing your thoughts. Dr. Bruce Lipton's work in epigenetics proved that genes don't control biology, environment does. Your DNA is like a piano. Your environment plays the keys. And your internal environment? That's shaped entirely by your subconscious beliefs. When you change those beliefs through coherent, emotional states, you send new biochemical signals to your cells. Genes switch on or off. Inflammation drops. Mitochondria produce more energy. Disease reverses. Life transforms. But belief alone isn't enough. You need coherence. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field, 5,000 times stronger than your brain's, and it extends up to 15 feet beyond your body. This field isn't just electrical noise. It carries information-rich waveforms that communicate directly with your DNA and the cells of others nearby. When you feel gratitude, love, or awe, that field becomes mathematically ordered, a state called cardiac coherence. In this state, your heart rhythm follows a smooth, sine wave-like pattern, which sends a signal of safety to your brainstem. Your amygdala calms, cortisol drops, GA rises, and your entire biofield broadcasts a signal of harmony. Because you're entangled with the quantum field, that signal doesn't just affect you, it ripples outward, attracting aligned experiences, people, and opportunities through the principle of resonant entrainment. This is how manifestation actually works. Not by wishing, by becoming a coherent transmitter. Now here's where it gets profound. Your subconscious doesn't speak in words. It speaks in feeling, imagery, and vibration. Logic lives in the prefrontal cortex, but transformation happens in the limbic system and brainstem. So to reprogram it, you must bypass analysis and speak directly to its language. One of the most powerful tools? Theta-state entrainment. Theta brainwaves, 4-8 Hz, dominate during deep meditation, hypnosis, and the moments just before sleep and upon waking. In theta, your critical filter, the part that says that's impossible, dissolves. Your subconscious is wide open, receptive, plastic. Ancient mystery schools knew this intuitively. The Eleusinian initiates in Greece use kykeon, a barley-based brew, and rhythmic drumming to induce theta states before revealing the secrets of the afterlife. Tibetan monks use overtone, chanting at 128 Hz, to drop into theta and access non-dual awareness. Vedic sages prescribed mantra repetition at dawn and dusk, precisely when the brain naturally drifts into theta, to implant seeds of liberation. You can do the same right now with no special tools. Every night as you drift off to sleep, your brain naturally enters theta. For just 5 minutes before sleep, lie still and visualize your desired reality as already complete. Don't imagine it out there in the future. Feel it in your body now. The warmth of security in your chest, the lightness of freedom in your limbs, the quiet joy of knowing you're exactly where you need to be. This isn't fantasy. It's quantum rehearsal. You're entangling your future self with your present awareness. And because time isn't linear at the quantum level, where past, present, and future coexist as a single block, your future begins collapsing into your now. People who practice this consistently report uncanny synchronicities. The right person calls out of nowhere. A long-stalled project suddenly moves forward. Chronic symptoms vanish without medical explanation. Why? Because they stopped waiting for external proof and started broadcasting from the frequency of the outcome. The field responded not to their desire, but to their assumed state. But there's a deeper layer most miss. Quantum entanglement isn't just between particles. It's between consciousness and potential. Physicist David Bohm proposed that reality has two orders. The explicate, the physical world we see, the tree, the car, the bank statement, and the implicate, a hidden, enfolded realm of pure potential, like a hologram where every part contains the whole. Everything in the explicate order emerges from the implicate through a process he called the hollow movement. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions interact with this deeper layer, shaping what unfolds in your life. Your subconscious is your primary interface with the implicate order, and when you align it with clarity and coherence, not through force, but through surrender, You don't just attract good things. You unfold new realities from the quantum foam itself. This is your hidden energy, not some mystical force you need to activate, but your innate capacity to collapse possibility into form through conscious entanglement. So how do you activate it daily, in practical, sustainable ways? Start with intentional observation. 3 times a day at morning, midday, and evening. Pause for just 10 seconds. Place your hand on your heart. Ask, what am I entangling with right now? Is it anxiety about the future? Resentment from the past? Comparison on social media? Or the quiet certainty of your wholeness? Then gently redirect your focus towards something that evokes peace, gratitude or wonder, a memory, a sensation, a simple breath. Each redirection strengthens your coherence and weakens the grip of old programs. Next, breathe into your heart. Sit upright, spine straight. Inhale slowly through your nose for 5 seconds, feeling your belly expand. Exhale through your mouth for 5 seconds, making a soft ha sound. As you breathe, recall a moment of genuine love, appreciation, or awe. Your child's laugh, a sunset, a moment of unexpected kindness. Feel that emotion in your chest. Do this for just 3 minutes. You'll shift into cardiac coherence within 60 seconds, and your entire field will recalibrate, sending a signal of safety to every cell. Finally, trust the non-local. Quantum entanglement proves that separation is an illusion. You are never alone. You are always connected to the intelligence that animates stars, cells, and galaxies. The same intelligence that grew your fingernails last night while you slept. When you act from that knowing, when you release the need to control outcomes, micromanage details, or force timing, you tap into a flow so intelligent, so supportive it feels like grace. This isn't passivity. It's strategic surrender, the ultimate power move. This is the mastery, not forcing reality to bend to your will, but aligning so deeply with your highest frequency that reality bends naturally, effortlessly, joyfully. And here's the ultimate twist they'll never tell you in a lab or a seminar. You've already mastered it. Before you were conditioned to doubt, before school taught you to compete, before society told you to shrink, before trauma taught you to hide, your subconscious knew only unity. It still does. It's just waiting for you to remember, to stop fighting the field and start dancing with it. Once you do, your hidden energy isn't unlocked. It was never locked. It was simply forgotten beneath layers of noise. Now it's time to remember, because once you master quantum entanglement, not as physics, but as daily practice, your life stops being something that happens to you and becomes something that flows through you, and that changes everything.